I can't wait to finish this, but let's get going. Let's meet the wife.
May I help you?
She looks like Hillary
Inspector
Clinton.
Crimmins of Scotland Yard, Mrs. Watersford. And this is Mrs. Jessica Fletcher. You've heard, no doubt, of the murder of Miss Jane Drury?
Of course. Who hasn't?
We discovered
Wow.
that she was being followed by a private investigator named Giles Bojpai.
Is that so?
Yes. We paid Mr. Badgepie a visit and found out that the person who hired him was you, Mrs. Watersford.
Something tells me they're really butchering that name.
Is that true?
Yes, it's true. I suspected that my husband was having an affair, so I hired Giles to find out more.
Was any evidence found to confirm your suspicions?
No.
Do you mind if we have a look round?
Not at all.
So, maybe they knew each other a little better than just in passing, for whatever reason. Got it.
How do you explain this theater program, Mrs. Watersford? Jane, meet me at 2 p.m.?
If you must know, Giles brought that to me and promised to provide me with the pictures of Jane and Nigel together next. But then Jane was killed.
So you don't know for sure what the meeting was about?
No, but I'm not an idiot, Mrs. Fletcher. Please excuse me. This has all been a bit much for me.
I've always wondered what happened to Mr.
Mr. Watersford certainly didn't let on that he knew Jane that well the first time we spoke with him.
Typical politician. We'll see what he has to say for himself now.
I love that line.
Mr. Watersford, may we have a minute?
Yes, Mr. Gear, can we have a minute? Sorry.
More questions, Inspector. I told you I barely knew the unfortunate Miss Drury.
Lane, sorry.
If that's true, why did you write your office address and a time across one of the playbills from Jane's performance?
I told you I wanted to buy some tickets for some friends, but the show was sold out for months. When she didn't respond to my letter, I asked her in person. She wrote down my address and agreed to have some tickets delivered then. Unfortunately, the tickets never arrived.
I see. Do you mind if we have a look around?
Again.
I've got nothing to hide.
So he claims. What was his wife's earring doing? At the crime scene, thinking on it. See. Where's that golf club? It's a key. Oh, there it is.
Nigel lied when he said that the earring belonged to his wife. It matches the one Jane was wearing when we found her body.
My guess is he lied about that program note as well. Perhaps we can discover more about Jane's relationship with Mr. Watersford at her dressing room.
I'll call Emma to meet us there.
Yay!
I'm glad to help, but I'm not sure what we're looking for.
Good question.
Something that reveals Miss Drury's relationship with Mr. Watersford.
Or at least something that can provide a new lead.
So basically, we need either a new lead or something that connects Jane and Mr. Watersford. Well, that certainly counts into the new lead category of things. And that's her ex-husband. So technically she wasn't cheating on him at that point, so... Let's see. I just love that sting.
What's going on here?
An investigation.
Just having another look around the scene of the crime, Mr. Winslow.
Why were you insisting that Jane sign a contract with such unfavorable terms for her?
Look, I had no choice. The Milton isn't doing very well financially. I had to try and cut expenses.
Did the negotiations ever get heated?
Probably.
At times, I suppose. Jane and I were used to fighting. We used to be married, after all.
I'll be taking the contract with me.
How long is this dressing room going to be sealed, Inspector? I'd like to be able to tell the theatre's charwoman when she can clean up the room for a new occupant.
The theater employs a regular cleaning lady.
Yes, she comes every night, around 9 p.m.
So Jane must have been killed sometime after 9 p.m., but before we arrived at 11 p.m.
That does narrow it down.
Giles Badgepie admitted that he was following Jane. I wonder if he has an alibi for that time.
So somewhere from 9:01
Agreed.
to 10:59.
Let's pay him another visit tomorrow.
So, okay, we have a little more information. It seems like Jane was, while having an affair with a married man, was also with her ex-husband having some heated debates. Did it stay with just the business, or were there other things going on?
The office is unlocked, but no one's here. Perhaps Mr. Badgepie stepped out.
With the rain coming down like it is, I'm sure he'll hurry back.
What are you people doing here?
No shit!
We just had a few questions for you, Mr. Bashpai, such as where you were 2 nights ago between the hours of 9 and 11 p.m.
I was in a pub down on Exeter Street, waiting to meet with a client, but he never showed.
Mr. Badgepie, I noticed your wet footprints matched the ones we found in Jane's dressing room the night she was killed.
So I was in her dressing room that night. I thought I'd find more evidence of her affair with Nigel Watersford, but she was already dead when I got there.
A likely story. I'm placing you under arrest for Jane Drury's murder.
Hold it!
You've got the wrong man, Crimmins. This is bigger than any of us.
Maybe if you tell us everything you know, you wouldn't be accused of frickin' murder. Dude, logic is a useful thing sometimes. Good question. Why does she have that? Why is that such an important photo? I think this is, yeah, we're not even close to the end of this case, I don't believe. Or if we are, I'm just going through this case a lot faster than I expected. And again, watch. Like, the puzzles I do really well and I'm gonna probably take forever with. It's like, I forgot the solution, or, I'm not doing it right. But the puzzles I don't have that much trouble, but I have a ton of trouble with, I'm gonna do wonderfully on. I'm just gonna be sitting there going like, how is this working? That apple. This is what I mean, like, I could normally find the apple in like 10 seconds, but I can't find it right now. Oh, there it is. The sum equals 20, the digits are ascending, no repeated colors, so odd, odd, even, even, so... Let's do 3. Let's do 1, 5, 6, and 8. Yeah! Ooh. What he means by bigger than any of us.
My men will take Mr. Bashpai down to the yard for questioning. In the meantime, would you care to accompany me to Welling Hall? Mrs. Watersford will want to know what happened to her private investigator.
I'd be happy to.
Please do come in. Is there any news on the murder?
The private investigator you hired has been arrested on suspicion of the murder of Miss Drury.
He has?
He mentioned something concerning your husband's affair. He said that it was bigger than any of us.
Do you have any idea what he meant by that?
None at all.
Mr. Badgepie took a picture of Jane alone on the street, carrying an attaché case. Does it look familiar to you at all?
It resembles one my husband has, but I can't say for sure. He has so many, you see. You're welcome to look around and see if you can find it here.
So yeah, we're gonna be digging for briefcases now. What does he collect them? This goes beyond I need this for business, you know. Where's the U? Sometimes just clearing a few of these out might make it a little easier. I was certain that was an attaché case. Well, that's a pillow. Ah, there's the U. See, clearing them out makes it a little easier for me to... One... Well, then... Well, if that's not it, where's the last one? Oh. Blended into the couch.
The briefcase in the photograph isn't here. Perhaps Jane took it from Mr. Waterford's office. I'm beginning to wonder if there was something in it that could have gotten Jane killed.
If it belonged to Mr. Watersford, he would be the one to ask about its contents.
The plot thickens. Fortune coin cookies. Yum. I love these. Yes, I'm still snacking on my Nature Box goodies because they're tasty.
Mr. Watersford, I think it's time for you to come clean about your relationship with Miss Drury, and about a certain attaché case of yours that may have gone missing.
All right. I'd been carrying on an affair with Jane Drury since meeting her backstage. I fell head over heels for her.
Did you see her on the day she was murdered?
Yes, she was here. And so was the attaché case. It contained some sensitive papers. After she left, I saw that the case was gone. I ran out to try and catch her, but she was already lost in the crowd.
Oh dear.
But how would Jane have known that there was anything in the attaché case worth stealing?
I'm ashamed to say I told her what was in it. I was trying to impress her, telling her about the important things that were entrusted to my keeping.
Oops.
For God's sake, man, why didn't you raise an alarm? Or at least contact Scotland Yard once you knew they were missing?
Good question.
I was trying to avoid a scandal, and I was hoping Jane had a good explanation.
May I ask what sort of sensitive papers were in the case?
A draft of a top-secret defense proposal. If that should become public, it would be a major embarrassment at best. A breach of national security at worst.
I see.
So now
With Jane
we've got
murdered
a
and the
spy
attaché
story.
case missing, the story will be all over the press in no time.
Now, Mr. Watersford, pull yourself together. Let's get you straightened up.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, even the most powerful people on the planet will do stupid shit when they're in love. Because you heard his reasoning for showing her. I was trying to impress her. He was trying to impress an actress. Even though he was already somebody in Parliament. Meaning, he's in the House of Commons. Okay, that was a really weird looking tie. It's like, dude, no! I mean, it was nice of him to think, maybe she had a good explanation, but maybe if he had raised the alarm, she wouldn't be dead because... Excuse me? They probably would have, run and said, hey, give us back the briefcase, and, just oops, that was a massive fucking oops. like Crimmins said, typical politician.
If Jane went straight back to the Milton after she left Mr. Waterford's office, perhaps the attaché case is somewhere at the theater.
Bum, bum, bum.
But we found no sign of it in her dressing room.
Then it must be in another place.
Maybe it wound up somewhere else there. Her ex-husband's office, perhaps?
Possible.
Mr. Winslow, did you ever see your ex-wife carrying the attaché case seen here in this photo?
This should be good.
No.
Very robotic.
Very well. This is a photo of Miss Drury with Mr. Nigel Watersford. Had you ever seen the two of them together?
I had no idea she even knew him.
Dude, you weren't even married.
You
to her.
had no clue at all that she might be having an affair with him?
No. Well, she had seemed more secretive than usual recently. Maybe this is why.
If you don't mind, we'll have a look around for that attaché case.
Okay. We'll play with that poster in a second, but yeah, we're uncovering a fun little spy novel here. So, feed the fish, compare the posters. Happy fish. Fair enough. That actually happened to my mom after she divorced her husband. A lot of her mail was in the old name instead of the new one, which for years as a kid I thought we were getting the wrong person's mail, but I kind of ignored it. I figured mom would do the right thing. Turns out it was her mail and stuff. I was a dumb kid at times. Although I think that stigma kind of sticks because my reputation with my family is I'm usually like the last to know about things. So I always kind of just go, really, why can't I know about this first? Ah, yes. This is another Find the Difference. Here. Is there something under me, or am I crazy? Because I keep thinking I feel a cat. I think the paranoia is beginning. No, I'm gonna be like so like. Let's see, that's 3 more to go. 2 more to go. No, I didn't think so. Midsummer Night's Dream. Oh, wait, that. One more. This is always the hardest difference to find. And this is actually a really good play. I do recommend you read it because it's one of the few Shakespearean plays where even the love story, you know, eventually does make a bit more sense. No, it wasn't that. Oh, yeah. Dude. There's the difference right there. Thank you! How many times did I click on that?
There's no sign of the attaché case.
Inspector, I don't believe James was ignorant of Jane's relationship with Mr. Watersford.
Why is that?
Because the note from Nigel to Jane was found in James' office, but the envelope it came in was found in Jane's dressing room.
If the envelope was in her dressing room, it couldn't have been misdelivered.
So James knew that Jane and Nigel had a rendezvous planned on the day of the murder.
Perhaps Mr. Bajpai can tell us more. He's out on bail, but I'll have my men track him down.
So he's at the pub.
We have a few more questions for you, Mr. Bajpai.
In the course of following Miss Drury the day she was killed, you must have followed her to Nigel Waterford's office and seen her leave with an attaché case.
Yes. What's your point?
Did you also see something that would explain how she got away from Mr. Watersford's office so quickly?
Yes, he did.
Well, after I snapped the picture of Jane carrying the attaché case, I did see her get into a car that was waiting for her at the curb.
A taxi?
No, definitely a private car.
Did you manage to get a picture of it as well?
No such luck, but I think I can recall part of the license plate registration.
We'll take down what you remember and see if it turns up something in our database. I have backups of the databases here on CD-ROM. Now, where on earth did I put them?
How do you why isn't this in the police station? Oh, well. Go. See how there's that last, CD is hidden? It's under here, obviously. But somebody's gonna have a bad day. I already had lunch, so I'm not hungry. Well, I guess technically at this point dinner, because it's kind of late. I wonder how they recorded all those. I guess they just like took random sounds or recorded themselves or something. Nope. Yeah, that is about it, right? Yep. All we have to do is that, and now we can play the puzzle. Yeah. I forgot this was another version of the logic elimination, but I really like these. So no repeating letters. None, 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 none. None, 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 none. The second number is the lowest. Low 1, lowest 3, lowest is not this one. Lowest is 1, lowest is 5. Nope. Lowest, nope. Lowest is, oh. Lowest is 3. Lowest is 3. Lowest is 3. This one was already eliminated. Lowest is 3, lowest is 1, lowest is, nope. Definitely not. Lowest, nope. Check, 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 check. Okay, these are all good. Only odd numbers. Let's see. Odd, 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 even. Why did I click that one? I have to click that one. Odd, 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 odd. Evens. Evens. Okay. Letters appear in alphabetical order, so A, B, C, D. Nope. Yes, yes. Yep. H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Nope. Nope. C would be first in that case. So definitely. Yep. Yep, and yep. Okay, we're doing good so far. One vowel only, so this one's already out. One vowel, two vowels, nope. One vowel, one vowel, one vowel, one vowel, one vowel, one vowel, one vowel. I sound weird. No repeating numbers, okay. Out, out, out. The sum of the first two numbers is less to the last. So, not that one. What's the eighth clue? The last letter is not a vowel. Oops. It's okay. So that gets rid of that one. This one's out. And this one's out. There it is! Wow! James Winslow, I assume. Maybe he does have that attaché case somewhere.
So the car Jane left in belongs to James Winslow, her ex-husband.
James must have known about the attaché case after all, since it was with Jane when he picked her up.
You would have at least seen it.
There's no sign of Mr. Winslow.
Good. I think we may learn more here without his help.
And on that note, I just realized the time. Derp. But on that note, next time we're going to dig through this office because somebody's not telling the truth. I'll catch you next time, guys. Bye!